Okay, we are rolling on that end of things, and we are good to go. I'm not worried about the chat. I'll see it on my phone. I'm just going to chat up my phone. Everyone's just going to watch that way. So everybody, what is going on? I know you guys can hear me. You guys can't see me yet, but we are going to be live with the very talented punk rock band from Cincinnati, Dayton, Ohio. Cincinnati slash Dayton, Ohio, as it says in their TikTok bio, which I just followed today, and they followed back. So if you guys aren't following Bandages
Perfect.
on TikTok today or any of the socials, go follow them. Let me ring up. Let me do this right now. Let me get this big screen so we get Shannon up here the right way. And okay, so the folk, what the hell? Okay, they changed something on this whole thing. Oh no, did I do this? I think they changed it. I don't like this. Normally I could put you as the focal point, but okay, we'll just keep it like this. I don't care. Uh, but let's bring Shannon on. Let's get to the show. We're not even live on the screen yet, but we are now because we are, and you guys can see us. And Wowins, thank you for the follow. I was told off air that is the bassist. Am I saying that right? The bassist of the band, as he's tuned in watching from from back home since he is at home. But Shannon, we
Hi.
have Shannon here today from the band Bandages. She's here. The new record is out now. It's available on all streaming platforms. It's great to have you. A mutual friend of ours has set this up, and I'm pleased to have bands that he knows because honestly, he's been friends with me since Warp Tour in '09, 10, 10, I think. I don't remember. God, it's been that long. And him and I go back, and also with Jeff, a mutual friend of his, Jeff Berman, who was also in Protagonist, Divided Heaven. What's up, my dude? My good dude, Spartan fan. I know you're there. I think it. Oh shit! Did I not update the title? I did not. I fucked up. It says I'm still doing Fortnite, which is a lie. I'm not playing Fortnite. Unless Shannon wants to play Fortnite. I don't know if Shannon does
I've
any
never
gaming.
played
Oh,
Fortnite.
okay.
I would be horrible.
Well, we also do gaming and podcasts on here on Twitch and YouTube. But it's great to have everybody here. Shannon, so introduce yourself real quick for anyone who doesn't know who you are. What is Bandages all about? What is the band Bandages from Cincy, Ohio, Dayton, Ohio all about?
So, Bandages is reliving our late teen, early 20s punk rock dreams while we are all now well into our 40s.
Well,
So, we have
I'll be
members.
joining. I'll be joining you guys in that 40 club in March. So
You'll be in level 4. Oh, wait,
yeah,
when's your birthday?
March 27th.
Oh, mine's the 6th. We're
Well,
close.
you know what? 3 weeks, 3 weeks between. We can still
Right.
celebrate. Don't care. It's the same month. Uh,
I am well into level 4 though. I would like to tell you that things are great in level 4, but I now have arthritis in my knee
oh
and
God.
it sucks.
Well,
It's no fun.
I'm gonna tell you this: it hasn't been fun in the 30s either, because honestly, you look at the world around us and how uh, we've been going through life in general of
Right.
shittiness. It's like of how I feel that $17 an hour or anything like equivalent to that, like the $10 to $17 range of working. And don't get me wrong, I love my job. I love my job,
Hmm.
but I think $17 an hour should have been in 1990. I think these guys all in the government was like, oh, we're gonna keep it at $8 in 1990.
Right.
Why are
So
you
this
gonna
was the
force people? Why are you
perfect.
gonna? Okay, so we're not getting political here, but why are we gonna force
No.
people to fucking save up in 1990 with $8 an hour when you only give them nine
Yeah.
dollars or more 30 years later? Doesn't add up.
No,
This
this
is
is actually a great segue because this is literally what the band is about. So, you're a late teenager, you're in your 20s, you're in a punk band, you're screaming about the government, you're pissed off, right? And then everybody has this ideology that as you get older, you become more conservative. As you start to make a nest egg or buy a house or have a family, that
yeah.
you become more conservative. But within the band, and I think within like my friend group as a whole, like we have all gone way more left. Like anarchist, fuck everything. Everything is terrible. Everything has been ruined for us, the millennial generation. And that's kind of what the band is about. So, like I said, we're all older. We've all been in punk bands in the past. Some of us, like fairly successful punk bands. And we all kind of came back together and said, like, wouldn't it be cool to do a band now that really didn't have to meet any parameters? Like, we're literally just getting out, making music, having fun. And I will say, like, we're writing punk songs that are more punk rock than anything I've written previously because we are all so fucking frustrated because it's the same frustrations that I wrote about 20 years ago. And I think there's many times where we look back and we're like, man, I was writing all these angry songs about W. Bush, and now we have just something that's a complete and utter disaster, and we're like, what, how did this happen? So our songs are more punk rock, they're more political, they're more exactly what you're saying. How are we supposed to have this American dream? What does that mean now when you have just incredibly oppressive systems in place? So everybody is clapping when a CEO gets shot. It's like,
Yeah, that
where
was
did we make this
insane.
turn?
That was insane. And I know
Yeah,
now the killer is all about being memes and shit online. I know you posted one today,
yeah,
and I get it, and it's like, dude, like this guy is just like my one coworker. We were talking about this, like we were talking about the CEO killer thing, um, and she wants to know why. Why did he do it? Why did he
yeah.
take that gun and decide to murder someone point blank range? Uh, Sorry to change the subject real quick. We do have a question from a longtime listener and a longtime friend of mine
Yeah,
of almost
absolutely.
over 3 years of doing this Twitch stuff. My boy Spartan Fan is actually from Toledo. He wants to know
Oh,
ever
nice.
play Frankie's or Headliners in Toledo.
We haven't, but set us up a show. We'll come. We
Spartan
need
Fan,
we need some little local, few day touring gigs, so we'd be
get
happy
that to
to. I don't
happen. Go ahead.
I honestly don't think I've ever played Toledo, so
No.
in any band, so I would
Well,
be stoked to do that.
well, Spartan Fan, I hope you like the stuff you hear. We're gonna play some of their stuff here shortly, as we unwrap what Shannon is all about, and the band is all about bandages, and all that. And anyone who's in the chat room, if you guys are not following, hit that follow button. We just hit 1,700 followers total, which was wowins. Yeah, wowins. I said, wow, yeah,
You
whatever.
can call him Wade. His
Wade,
name's Wade. So.
Wade, for following and becoming 1,700, and we are very well on our way to 2,000, which is our, kind of our goal to continue successfully being on this platform and all that. But back to what we were talking about. Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's what it's all about, and I could feel it in the music. I could feel it, like that. You've been, and I'm not saying this is a bad thing. I've said this to multiple interviews in the recent past months, because I feel that I'm a lifer in the music world, because
Hmm.
I've been doing this since 08, 09. Sometimes successfully, sometimes failures, but I think, like with what you've been saying, to open the icebreaker, I think you're a lifer as well. I think you're a music lifer. You're never gonna get out. You're never gonna leave this world, of music, and that's great. That's great to hear. Keep up the great work. And I know Wade is like, boom, hell yeah, I'm here too, and so that's awesome. Being that you were in punk bands before this, and like you said, some of you guys were in some successful ones. I don't know the whole backstory. I I,
Yeah,
I was just thrown a name of a band by our mutual friend, which
yeah.
I'm gonna give the name later, because I don't want to like run his name to the ground, which I shouldn't, because his name's not running to the ground. It's great to know him. If you guys have never known Protagonist, you guys should know Protagonist as well. Check out their old stuff. Oh wait, we just got another follower. I don't know who it is. I have to check my typical Max underscore sheesh. Thank you for that follow. I don't know who you are, but you came to play and ask questions, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, anybody can ask me questions. I love answering questions, so.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just like like every time I get followers, like, yeah, awesome. Um, yeah, I'm stupid with names sometimes. I know it's Pete. I know it's Pete, right? Am I right? Am I wrong? No, I am wrong. What the fuck? Where the hell is he on my Facebook? Yeah, it's Pete. Duh. Why am I thinking it's not Pete? I know his name is Peter, and I keep on thinking no, it's not Peter. It's like why? Like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing anymore. Sometimes in my life, I'm sorry. But everybody's coming in. So I want to ask you this though, and Wade, if you're in the chat, since you're in the chat, what are you currently listening to? Let's get some of the stuff you're listening into. What is maybe some of the top stuff in 2024 or
Well, personally, I got super into Baroness in the last couple years. I went and saw them over the summer in Indy. Super talented, amazing band. My like go-to bands always, and I always say this is like a huge influence on me, is the Avengers, like Penelope Houston, older, California punk band. God, you asked me this and it's like your mind goes blank of like, I've never listened to music in my life.
yeah, I do that like with names, like I just did there. I was like, I know it's Peter. Jesus fucking Christ,
Yeah.
come on, why am I not saying his name?
I know Wade will weigh in. We all have really very specifically different tastes in music, which is amazing. But and it's kind of opened us up to, getting into each other's kind of music taste. So that's been super fun. Um, Man, I'm trying to think what else I've had like on rotation
I've heard
lately
good
that
things about Baroness though. I've never listened to them,
they're
um,
very
but I
good.
will check them out. I know I listen to music constantly when I'm at work, and also like
Yeah.
when I don't stream. Sometimes I just sit back. Like I think in the new year, guys, and I know I mentioned this on Twitter. I think I'm going to be doing this on a regular. I have a extensive vinyl collection. I think I'm going to sit on TikTok and every one day a week pick out a record and we just sit there and talk about it. I think I'm going to do
Well,
that.
send us your address and we'll send you our record.
Oh, well, dude, that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
very very thankful for that. I will get
That
that
was
over.
my only goal in the band when we started. I was like, I just want whatever we make on vinyl.
Yeah,
That's
I
my
noticed that you did, and that's pretty fucking sweet. I mean, I love that small bands that have been like that are not really well known, but also like
yeah.
that are knee deep into the music world, love vinyl and want to be in vinyl, and that's fucking awesome that you guys want to do that, and I appreciate that that you want to send me one. I will send that over to Peter to get to you as well, or even
Absolutely.
on, you guys follow me on Instagram or whatever the hell. I'll just send it over there.
Yeah.
Typical Max underscore she says this is Brandon laughing out loud. It's my son's account. Hi Shannon, hi Wade, laughing out loud. Wicked Bears. It was what Brandon said. And Wade said, Hot Water Music, The Flatliners, Bayside, and Coheed for me. Dude, Coheed is amazing.
Yeah,
I got to
Coheed's
see them
great.
twice when we were young. I've seen them multiple times. I saw them in '04 at Warped Tour. That's how far I go back with them. And Josh is a great dude. I'm so happy for Josh. I've gotten to meet Josh when he was Weird Science when he was on Warped Tour years ago. Great dude. He's busy. I don't really talk to him much, and I know I wish I could because he's a great guy, and I was very friendly when I met him. Brandon says Pup Origami Angel. Uh, don't know any of those. I think I know Pup. I haven't listened to their stuff. And Origami Angel, I don't know anything about. But
These guys, they always know like the newer stuff, and I'm like, I love Teenage Head. If you're familiar with Teenage Head, they were a Canadian punk
no.
group like from the 70s. Fucking a not phenomenal
Okay.
band.
I will. Jesus
Um,
Christ! I need an assistant to write these bands down so I don't like miss out. But I will
yeah.
have to go back. Teenage Head. I will.
Teenage Head, fantastic.
Okay.
I'm a huge Dead Milkman fan. Like Dead Milkman
Okay.
never gets old to me.
Was it?
Um,
Was it? No, that's Neutral Milk Hotel. I was thinking of the Office, not Office, Parks and Rec, with April
yeah.
Ludgate. It was like Neutral Milk Hotel, and Andy's like, who? I talk about them all the time, babe. It's like whatever. I don't know. Sometimes we go down to spiral things and just shoot
Yeah,
the shit.
absolutely.
When we don't get serious here, sometimes we get serious and we just like okay, just ask questions and don't have fun. But we do. We love to have fun. And Bayside, Anthony is coming to Vegas this Sunday, on his solo tour. And I got to see Bayside at When We Were Young too. Great band. I love their stuff. Good stuff. I mean, everything you said, guys. I mean, it's good that you guys listen to them, and I will check them out for sure. I have to, like, go back and back catalogs of everything people say and say, oh my god, I have to listen to that band. I have to. Oh, I like this.
This is the thing. Like, there's so much good music right now. I mean, just even bands just out of Cincinnati. Like, there's so many good bands right now, and I'm like, I can't possibly keep up, and I don't know how people are keeping up.
So Cincinnati, what bands? What bands are coming out from Cincinnati that we should know about besides, of course, Bandages?
I'm a big fan of Motorbike. They're a really good band out of Cincinnati. They have a vinyl out. There's a new band that's like roughly kind of based in Cincinnati, called the Kilograms.
Okay.
And yeah, so Sammy K, I don't know if you're familiar with him. He's a part of that band. It's kind of like a little bit like ska rock steady. It's really good. That's how we got the introduction to Joe Gittleman, from Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, and that's how we were able to put him on one of our songs doing backing vocals. So Kilograms, check them out. They're really good. There's a great female-fronted band out of Cincinnati called Slut Bomb that's amazing.
Love the name. Love the name.
Yeah, Cincinnati has a lot going on right now, music-wise, so...
Yeah, the only band for a while that I've known out of Ohio, like Dayton, was Miss Mayfire.
I'm not familiar with that.
They were in Warped Tour and Screamo.
Gotcha.
Definitely good. Levi Benton was the lead singer of that band, and I think they're still doing things, but I think he's become more of a family man now and has gotten married and has kids, like a lot of people in the music scene do.
Ohio gets to claim Devo as well, which is very important.
So Devo, I never met them. I've never seen them live. Yeah. But Bob Casale's daughter used to listen to my podcast in the old format that I used to do, and that was insane. She was going to try to get her dad to be on my show, but that never happened. I know Bob passed away years ago. But just to know somebody that was like, oh, that was my dad. My dad was Devo, basically.
Huge Devo fan. Yeah,
that's awesome.
I feel like in Ohio you have to be.
Oh, Wade says, I share some tattoo artists with Miss Mayfire. Miss May I, not Memphis. That's Memphis Mayfire. But it's Miss May I, is who I said. I think you meant that too, Wade, but I'm not sure. I'm looking at the chat. Also, like, I work with a girl that her dad was in the band that did what's the word up? What band was that? God, I can't think of the name. What's the word up? You know that song?
Not the Ohio Players.
No. It was.
So, like, talking about.
God damn, I can't think of the name. But lovely dog back there. They woke up.
Oh yeah, sorry.
He woke up.
He's passed out.
He woke up for a second and then looked at the wall and like, I'm gonna pass out.
It's been a long day of watching me work and sleeping. You know.
Well, okay. So Brandon, asked, Shannon, can you talk about your equestrian career?
My equestrian career.
Yeah.
So I don't know why, but yeah, I grew up riding horses and training horses. Okay. So I'm a horse girl.
That's awesome.
I'm no longer involved in it. Recently I did have 2 rescue horses, and then was able to rehome them to a really good home. So yeah, but yeah, weird, punk rock and livestock.
What about horse guy? That's what she's. Brandon's asking about a horse guy.
No, that doesn't get talked about on a podcast.
Okay, all right, Brandon. There you go. Not getting talked about. Wait, it's cool. You're making dinner for yourself and the kids. That's awesome. Being a family man there. So let's do this so we can cool down a little bit. Let's get to the fire of the music. Let's get some of the tunes up here off the Spotify. Which one do you want to go to off the EP? The record, well, not EP, record, the full length. Why did I say EP?
My personal favorite on the record, and I know Brandon and Wade are probably not going to agree on this, but Ghost Product is definitely by far my favorite. We also did a video for it, so it was kind of a fun song.
Let's talk about that song when we get back, because I like it too, and I'm interested what this song is about for sure. Like,
Okay.
but here it is, Ghost Product by Bandages off their new full-length record, which is available now on Spotify and on their website on vinyl. And you guys can get a copy right now. Here we go. Enjoy. Boom! Right there is a little bit of Ghost Product by Bandages, and we are back with Shannon. Love it. I hope you guys do too. Shannon, I know I wasn't reading. I read the bio before, and I read it just now again. So Night Beast, you have a member of Night Beast in your band, or is that?
Yeah, we do. Our drummer.
That's sick. I interviewed Nick a while back when his first album came out. Like Hot Topic had it, and I worked there, and I was like, you know what? I want to have Nick on the show. I want to get Night Beast because it was so fun because it had a little panda on. It was a great album.
That's
whale.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was like, I'm like, holy shit, I have to mention that. That was before I did video. I did this podcast used to be on Blog Talk Radio, which is ending their services on January 1st of this year. But it was funny. I'm like seeing how big they're blowing up now. They're going all over the place. And it's been like 16 years since they've been around. Oh, he's been doing music for longer than that, but still, like, to see Night Beast still doing their thing, and
Yeah.
and it's great. It's great. Like, um, yeah. I don't know where that was going. But what is Ghost Product about? What is that song about? I want to know what is the what is like what does the slang Ghost Product mean? I
So it's basically about especially being in the Midwest, like we know that like the opioid like epidemic hit the country really hard, but specifically like in the Rust Belt of the US, like we had a lot of losses and a lot of family members and friends
yeah.
succumb to that, unfortunately, especially with like fentanyl and everything. So like in my hometown in Ohio, it got to the point where they put out an ad in the paper asking for cots
Mm,
because the morgue was literally out of beds. Like they were just throwing bodies on like cots at the morgue. Because at one point it was just so bad. So it's just kind of all of us, expressing our experience that we've had losing somebody to addiction or, watching people struggle with addiction, and just becoming ghost products.
yeah.
Um, so kind of a heavy hitting song for all of us. Because I feel like it has touched everybody at this point. I don't think anybody doesn't have anybody in their life that hasn't been affected by addiction of some sort.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about like yeah, a lot of things have happened like to people I know, and like past couple of years, and just like this year a friend of my brother's died uh from heroin. Like I
Yeah.
yeah, and then I had another friend just lose her husband to suicide, which
Yeah.
I don't even know, like I don't know what happened, but like when
Hmm.
I saw that he passed away, I'm like, who what the fuck happened? Like like
Yeah.
I mean,
And
I'm not
again, like,
laughing. I'm not. It's no laughing matter because it's like fuck,
no,
dude. Like,
no.
it's like, why are these drugs still in the street? Why?
Right.
And I
And
know
again,
and
it's
I know people relapse, and I know people have struggles, and people can't get through it. They try, but the demons come back to haunt them, and it
mhm.
just sucks.
And again,
Yeah,
a kind of the thing that I'm talking about, like, getting a little bit older and being involved in music, like we're running into the same issues that have been there since we were in our teens, but now we have less healthcare, we have less mental health. We're now aware of why a lot of these people slip into these addictions, but there's just still not treatment available to help people. There's not alternative pain management and things like that we look into. It's take a pill and hope you don't get addicted, and it's
yeah,
just a sad way of being.
yeah. And I think looking at it again as we are not focusing on us. We're focusing on everybody else, and we're trying to help Ukraine. We're helping other countries. We're trying to, we're letting people in. Like, I'm not, I'm not saying the border jumpers are bad, but they are. We don't need more people here. We have our own problems to help save our own people. Like,
Well, I do disagree with you on that because
I'm
you
sorry.
know the
Go
circ
ahead.
no, but I'm just saying like the circumstances that those people are coming from, I can never fault somebody for wanting to do better
Yeah,
for
that's
their
why I said I don't.
family.
I mean, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing that they're coming here,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I just don't think we can help more people.
But it goes back to, United Healthcare when you have a company that's literally profiting billions of dollars while the workforce of the US is becoming addicted to opioids and
Yeah,
committing suicide
yeah.
and getting illnesses that are preventable, but because our healthcare system sucks so bad you can't get treatment
Oh, it
for.
does.
Like,
Yes.
we're shooting ourselves in the foot. The upper class is shooting themselves in the foot by not paying attention to your middle class and your lower class and trying to elevate those people and bring them up.
Uh, Brandon, to answer you real quick, my politics are not Republican at all. Like, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm. I just want to think of ideas to talk about, and if
No,
my
you're good.
idea is like we I understand we need to help people all around the country and all around the world, but like we really need to say we need to say, hey, our people first for right now. Like we need to say, hey, we can't take any more people. We need to fix our problems and fix our own people and fix people to get better and treat the problems here before we treat other people's problems, because it's kind of like we're putting like we're putting mounds of our stuff, but we're also putting their stuff on top. Like we're putting our pieces in the middle of everything else. Kind of. I think. I don't know. I don't like to look. I don't like to look at politics. No, no one will help the average person until we tear the whole thing down. I know. I'm an average person. I make $17 an hour. I have a wife who had a stroke 4 years ago. I have a wife that only gets an SSDI check one time a month, which is $1,000. I make $2,000 a month, maybe three, if lucky, with 3 paychecks. And we don't really talk about politics here, but we are. I'm sorry, because punk rock is political.
This is what we do.
Yeah, this is what you guys do, and I get it, and I don't want my people, like anybody, like to tune away, like, oh my god, this guy talks politics now, I don't want to listen to him. No,
but this is so much. It's so much bigger than a political issue, though. Yeah. I mean, honestly, like I'm saying, like the opioid epidemic, the health, the mental health crisis, suicide awareness, like this goes beyond politics, right? And it's like we were talking about, like there just needs to be something in this country that can serve those things.
Like I just got prescribed a antidepressant because I've gotten depressed a little bit. I've gotten my mind a little fucked up because my wife almost died. February 5th this year. She died in front of me. She actually fucking coded, but like the ambulance came in time, revived her, and then she went to the hospital and almost died again. And that was the day before our 8-year wedding anniversary. I'm sorry, 2024 was a fucked up year. I have a great job, but still, the little things, like, I haven't seen my family in 6 years, 7 years. I haven't been able to fly to Pennsylvania because I can't save money because I have to pay my bills. But yeah, I'm this is going insane.
Well, and here's the case in point. Like the airlines are making record profit. You know what I mean? Like,
and you look at the price of the flights. It's like,
they're making record profit, and this is the complaint. And I don't care what side of the spectrum you're on or what political affiliation you have. Like, you have to start recognizing that the divide is just becoming too big.
Oh, it is.
You look at that's when you get into.
You look at all the Midwest that was in that voting pyramid of CNN. Like they put on the map. It's like, oh, it's all red. It's like red over here. It's red here. It's like little spots of blue everywhere. It's like, don't fucking matter what fucking political system you are anywhere, because you're a fucking human being. We need equal rights. We need fucking to survive.
You shouldn't have to make a decision of whether you want to get preventative health care or feed yourself this week. Yeah. That's just not how living should be, period. Like, I don't care what.
I mean, I honestly love what my British friends have. They have universal health care, and they survive. And they had a kid, and they're leading a nice little life over there in the UK. And I love that they get holidays, and they get fucking they get a guaranteed week of holiday, paid vacation. Not like we need less work weeks, work days, but more pay. We don't need to keep on creating. We have enough. Yeah. We overproduce things. Like
we're one of the few countries in the world where work literally runs our life.
Yeah. And
you know, other countries enjoy their life and then they work to support it. We're just mules. Like, we just work and work and work.
I was on Whatnot today, and people get by a lot. People have a lot of backstock of like old clothing, like in pallets that people have bought from stores that don't sell them anymore. And I'm like, what the fuck are we like? I mean, honestly, like, why are we so overproduced on products that aren't even relevant anymore? Like, they were selling Michael Vick jerseys and like old Redskins jerseys, and that's cool and all. Don't get me wrong, people were buying them for their kids and for Christmas and shit, it's cool. But why are we so overproduced on items? Like, why do we, like, I know, we're talking about, we're talking politics and economics here. It's like, it's so cool. I love it. but yeah, like it's just a fucked up mess that we were born into. Um, and I've been feeling that way for the past couple of years because it's like Trump didn't do really anything 4 years ago prior to Biden. Biden really couldn't do anything and he couldn't survive. He's still alive, but he's. Why do we have old people running the country? That's the question.
My theory is
We're
that
old,
if
but
you
we're
want to
not
run,
old like they are.
well, I feel like if you want to run for president, somebody should hand you a smartphone that is not set up, and they say, put your email on this phone, and if you're not capable of putting your email on the phone, you're not allowed to run for president. I feel like that should be the benchmark.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. That's
But this conversation is literally a perfect segue to our song "Perfect Hit,"
yeah,
which is literally about all of this. It's about
I love it.
seeing all the struggles that are happening every day and not knowing where to focus your energy on what you can improve. And then generally just feeling overwhelmed by it all and wanting to move to Canada.
Yeah, I think honestly we should take notes from Canada and Europe
Yeah,
and put it all together and say, hey, we came from Europe. We have friends from the north in Canada. We legalized marijuana here, and things are
yeah,
great. Why can't we just get universal health care and say we don't have to pay for health care? But
right.
no,
I mean,
big
you pay
pharma.
through taxes, right?
Yeah.
But I'm like I'm okay with that. Like people are always like, "Well, their taxes are crazy." And I'm like, "Well, I get that, but also our taxes aren't non-existent, you know?" And it's
No,
like I look
but
at
see,
like
we're not even in the United States of America. We're divided. Our states have separate rules of things. Like not
yeah,
marijuana is still not legal in certain states, and they still voted on it.
right.
People still don't want it. But yet the record profits in marijuana for the states that have legalized marijuana, it's great. I mean, look, I'll smoke right now because I fucking do. I'm sorry if you are you offended if I do?
No, I'm not at all.
Okay, all right, I'm gonna do it right now. Oh, hold on, I have to. My battery's fucking.
I've been straight edge for 20 years,
Oh,
but
okay.
I don't care what anybody else does, you know? It's a personal choice.
Sorry, I feel
And
like an
none of
asshole.
nobody else in the band is. Just
Oh,
me. I'm the lone
well, you're
non-participant.
the voice. You're the voice for their voiceless, like CM Punk
I'll
is. Like
I'll say we are not a straight edge band by far. But
I can
I'm
tell the boys
personally
like to have fun. I think I
yeah,
can
yeah,
tell. They're having fun in the chat, or they were. I mean, Wade is making food for his kids, so he's probably tuned out for a second. But let's get to the
yeah.
song. Let's get to more of the music, and let's do this. Let's do this right now. We've been already talking for almost 40 minutes. It's great. It's been a wonderful time. But let's do this. I give this to every band. So you want to play the song? What was it? It
Let's
was
do perfect hit.
Perfect Hit, which is with Joe Gittleman from
Yes.
Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. Oh, Wade is still there. Yes, Wade. I figured you were. You were just lurking, which that's great. I love it. So Perfect Hit features Joe Gittleman from the band Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, and it's a quick banger. But with this song, and Wade and Brandon, you guys can both throw your answers out to this question. So, if you could give Perfect Hit to any other band or artist out there to perform in their style and genre of music, what band or artist would you want to do? And what song of theirs would Bandages want to make their own? So Shannon, Wade, and Brandon all think about that, and we'll get the answers right after this. So here it is, Perfect Hit, featuring Joe Gittleman from the band Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. Enjoy.
Just for this.
I've got a feeling, just a funny tingling. This country's doomed to fail. Antiquated gender roles and not befitting rich assholes and power-hungry cars.
Right there, ladies and gentlemen, perfect hit featuring Joe Goodleman by the band Bandages, and we are back with more from Shannon of the band, the lovely voice you just heard singing her heart and soul out. So there you go. Real quick, favorite Boss Tones song? Boss Tones. Why I say Boss Tones? Yeah, Mighty Mighty Boss Tones song. What is your favorite song?
They do a cover of Slapshot, and it's how am I gonna forget the name? It's Stick That Needle Into Your Arm. Dun, 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 dun,
Okay,
dun, dun.
yeah.
It's by far the best cover that anybody's ever done, ever, and I love it so much.
All right.
What's at Stake? What's at Stake is
Okay.
the
name of the
it is
yeah.
so good.
Okay, I think I've heard of it. I think I heard it.
Yeah.
It's
If you haven't heard it, literally listen to it as soon as you
get
get out of here. It's amazing.
Yeah, I might have to do that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put Mighty Mighty Boss Tones right on the top of the list of what I have there. And what album is that? Do you know?
I think it was a covers album, maybe for Boston or Slapshot in particular. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing that. I do. I don't remember what it was, but I will look it up. I will have to. But yeah, so there you go. Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. I love the impression that I get because that was the first and only song that turned me into that turned me onto that band because that was big back in the late 90s. Yeah, late 90s. I mean, honestly, goddamn, that band's been around. Well, 96. Yeah, 96 was I was 11 years old, and that was just like a hit song on our radio station back in Pennsylvania, where I'm originally from. So, not too far from where you guys at. You're in Ohio. I was in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, that area.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
anyone
I've
who-
been through there a few times.
Beautiful, beautiful place, but just like was tired of living there. Tired of
Yeah.
like right now, like we mentioned earlier about the drugs and the epidemic that's going on. I mean, honestly, you look at Baltimore and how the heroin from Baltimore is getting up to Pennsylvania, and that's what a lot of my brother's friends and stuff have gotten through, and and other people that in that area of my area in Pennsylvania, and yeah, sorry we're bringing that back up, but yeah, that fucking shit needs to stop. I know
It's bad. I mean, it
it's-
was really bad here. Really, really bad here. For a long time. I heard that this year, it has slowed. The death rate has slowed from it, but the really sad fact, I literally heard this today on NPR. They don't know that if it's slowed because it's, we now have testing for fentanyl, or that, people are being just more cautious with it. Or the third reason that the amount of people that were going to die from it have died from it, which is like such a bleak way, to look at it.
Yeah,
That
numbers-
wave was so huge,
Yeah, that is pretty intense. I just,
Yeah.
and I will never touch that stuff. I mean, I said I would never touch marijuana, but marijuana is a different thing for me. It's not like I want to go out and whatever.
We legalized it in Ohio. It came up for vote. I voted yes to legalize it because why? Like why?
Yeah.
Like I think everything should be legalized and regulated. Like let's make it safe for people.
That would be cool, but like don't legalize heroin. I don't.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I don't think that should be legalized because I don't know. But on the topic of you've been sober for 20 years. I mean, that's very respectable, and I love that. Like, congratulations, 20 years.
Oh, thanks. It's like I said, it's a personal choice. It's just
yeah,
something
but
that
it's a good role model that
Yeah.
you said, hey, fuck this, fuck that, I'm out. I'm gonna live. I'm gonna continue to live, and I'm gonna be a productive member of society, as they say.
I think the rest of the band refers to it as raw dogging life.
Well,
Which there are days that it very much feels like that. I went through a divorce,
Oh,
I didn't touch anything, and there were days that I, would have loved to have been able to turn my brain off, but
well, you
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 just
you
go for
are
a lot of
you're
walks.
married. You're married to your pets. You have a beautiful puppy back
I
there.
do
That
have two. I have two. The other one is MIA, but
um,
yeah, I have two amazing dogs, and yeah.
yeah, we had a dog, and she passed away this year. Sorry to bring up
Oh
the sadness of it all.
no, this is
Uh,
why you need to get another dog. It'll
well,
solve
well,
everything.
see, we don't know if we want another dog or we want to go with cat. We don't
Oh
know.
yeah, cat's a good choice too.
Yeah, cats are my best friend too. I God, we're
Yeah,
talking about myself and everything and animals and shit. We had cats back home. My brother has a new dog. His dog actually passed away this year too, I think. Shit. Yeah, we
it's the
lost.
worst.
Yeah, well,
It's the absolute
yeah.
worst.
Our dog here was 17, almost 18. Um,
I had a pit bull that made it to 17, and yeah.
yeah, she was an amazing dog. She was a Chihuahua Poodle mix. We got her cremated, and she's sitting out in the living room right next to the TV. She always loved watching TV with me and hanging out with mom and me
Oh,
and all that. But fuck. Let's get to that question. Let's fucking. I don't know. I know. It's Wade and Brandon. If you're both here, let's get your answers in the chat, please, if you have those. But anyone who's just tuning in, I don't know if you're all tuning in to the live show or uh, the live show or the archived version of the show. Um, yeah, we had a question which was if Shannon and the boys of Bandage. Yeah, Bandage. I said it wrong. I was saying with an accent. I don't know why. Bandage. Could take their song right there that we had just played, and I can't remember the title because I'm bad. Perfect Hit. Jesus
perfect
Christ.
hit. Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I'm bad at this sometimes, and today's one of those
We've
days.
only talked about the most serious
Yes.
stuff you can talk
Yeah,
about.
yeah. And I forget names of songs for some reason. Perfect Hit, which is available now off their LP, which is out now on Spotify. If they can give that song to any other band or artist to perform it in their style and genre of music, not in Bandages style of music, but the band they choose, their style of music, and what song of theirs would Bandages take and make their own? Brandon has an answer. I don't know if he's still there, but Wade says Millencolin, and he would love to do Duck Pond. Okay, I don't know that song. I apologize.
I know. I don't even.
Oh.
We're gonna have a listening party at practice, apparently.
Yes.
I mean, I know the band Millencolin,
Yeah,
but
I know
yeah.
the band. I know the band, but I don't know the song
Yeah.
personally. Just like I know Shabuzi, I know one song, and I'm going to see them.
Yeah, I think
tonight.
everybody knows one song,
Yeah.
right? It's like
Yeah,
everywhere.
it's gonna be cool to see him, but yeah, I just know one song, and I'm just like I want to go see the entire show because I hear he's pretty good.
Yeah.
So
It's 2024's Take Me to Church.
yeah, and you know what? It's like the 2000 whatever. Well, see, the thing is, it's actually a fucking remade version of Tipsy by fucking Jaquan. For anyone who's never heard
Yeah.
that song, it's like, okay, I don't know that song. I'm like, you fucking should. Jaquan was a hit in that year, and this song is a country version of it. And nothing wrong with
Yeah.
Shabuzi. I appreciate you, and I appreciate what Jelly Roll has done for the community of music, and I appreciate what Post Malone has done for the world of music, and all these other fuckers are doing country music, and now we got all this fucking weird shit going on with people that we enjoyed listening to when we were kids, and now we can't listen to them because they're canceled or they're fucking idiots, and they fucking... Yeah, we you know who I'm talking about. Fuck them. I don't care. I love their music, and I will hate them for being stupid people, for doing stupid shit. But the product and their song and their meanings of growing up, you can't really change that, can you? Because you grew up with
Yeah.
the music. Because you're gonna throw out all Biggie's fucking shit and say, oh, because P Diddy touched this shit and fucking the music,
Have
man.
you ever read the book Please Kill Me?
No, don't kill
It's-
me. I don't want to die. Go
For
ahead.
anybody into punk rock, Please Kill Me is an absolute must read. It's about the New York punk scene in the
Okay.
late 60s, early 70s. It's all based on real interviews with, Iggy Pop and MC5 and Velvet Underground.
Mm.
But I read that book, and we're gonna get on another hot topic here. I read that book in the height of the Me Too movement.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, man, why are all my heroes pieces of shit?
Yeah. I mean, look at this. I love Aaron Lewis. I love the band Stained. I love music in general. And I listen to everything. But like, I just saw Stained this past year before the election, and then the last thing he says, God bless America, and then God bless Donald Trump. I'm like,
You're like, oh, God
you
damn
just
it.
ruined the whole show, Aaron. Like,
Yeah.
why? Like, I don't need to hear that at a show I paid to see you play. Well, technically, did I pay for that? Yeah, I did pay for that. I paid $25 to go do it. But just to see like that happen at the end of as their performance, I'm like, damn it, Aaron, don't throw politics in. And I just like,
Yeah.
I'm just like, but like, here's the thing is, and I know we're getting off topic of the question, but we're talking about shit because of Please Kill Me and all the shit that's going on in the world. But what if, like, and I'm not saying I should be feeling this way, but probably other people feel this way too, because we're not alone, like the saying is. And it's true, we're not alone. We're all here. We're all human beings. But what if I am on the wrong side of history?
In terms of what part?
Maybe I'm not on the right side of thinking. Maybe I'm not brainwashed, and maybe I'm not following the footsteps of the people I should be following. And I'm not saying
I think we're gonna see a huge shift in the next 50 years, and I think we're gonna see a lot
I'm
of
not going to be
women.
live in 50 years, and I wish we had a woman president. I voted for
I think we're
Kamala.
gonna see a lot of women step into power. If you've
Well-
read anything about the 4B movement going on
No, I
in
haven't.
Korea, it's women who have decided to not date men and not have children,
Wow.
and they are effectively wiping out an entire workforce right now. Because if you don't
Wow.
have kids, you don't have
Yeah.
a workforce, 20 years later.
Yeah.
So the fact that the government is now offering them like $75,000 to have children. So I think women are starting to realize their power, and I think that we're gonna see a big shift. And I personally can't wait for it to happen.
I'm going to say this. I think we're all equals. We're all human beings. I mean,
Yeah.
And I work with a lot of people that are a little bit older than me, and I don't think this should be something that, even though I technically have 2 jobs, I just think we all just need one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
And
We were a nomadic people that hunted and gathered for 4 hours a day, and then socialized, rested the rest of the day. Let's go back to that.
yeah, I mean, my parents both had one job,
Yeah.
and it's like nowadays, everybody I know, or it's not everybody, but a lot of them have 2 jobs,
Multiple. Yeah.
and I feel like, why?
Yeah.
And we all know why, but there's nothing we can help with right now. We can't.
Oh, you can vote.
Yeah, you can
I
vote.
mean, I always say like definitely in local stuff
Yeah.
because those local people end up being
Yeah.
the people that we get to vote for later,
Mm-hmm. I don't know. We've talked a lot. I love it. I'm sorry. I'm just like, okay, I just had a feeling when I was listening to the album, it's gonna be like a long interview, but like
Yeah.
very productive.
Yeah.
And not
So we've
just,
got politics, we did feminism, we did the drug epidemic, we did healthcare.
Yeah.
We haven't got religion.
Yeah, I believe in God. I have, and I talk to God
Really,
quite frequently.
I'm an atheist.
Well, my friend. Okay. Well, I don't have anything wrong with you. I
Yeah. And same, like that's the thing. Like, you don't have to. Like it's
No,
a
but,
choice again, and
I've. How about this? Have you watched Beetlejuice 2? Have you watched the second Beetlejuice?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Thoughts?
Yeah.
Thoughts on it?
I was disappointed that they leaned on a lot of the same themes of the first one, like the jump scare, like kind of, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
So-
I wish they would have been a little bit more creative.
So
in
I
the-
think was it rushed at the end? Do you think it was rushed? like moments in that movie was kind of rushed at the end.
Well, this might be an unpopular opinion, but I just don't think Winona Ryder can act. And that was through the whole movie. It's just she just acts so shocked about everything, and yeah, she played a great shitty teenager. I mean, she did that role phenomenally. But now that, she's in a little bit older of a role, yeah, that's my unpopular opinion. Sorry.
I no, I mean, I will, I will, I will tell you this. We do a movie podcast here as well. We're gonna have one on Friday, my friend and I, and we're doing two movies that we thoroughly enjoyed as our holiday treat to us. I chose Son-in-Law because I love
Oh,
Son-in-Law.
nice. Yeah.
And
yeah.
he chose A Christmas Story because he wanted to choose a Christmas movie. But
Yeah.
I had to watch Beetlejuice because it was on Max. But I kind of agree where you're saying with like Winona Ryder. I think she's been away from acting for so long, and this movie should have been made years ago.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I hate that the fact that Hollywood pushed it away and people didn't like that. I think the ending, like a little bit of the ending of the movie, like where they kill. I'm spoiling it for everybody. I'm sorry. When they kill off Beetlejuice and they kill off, the Justin Theroux, and I didn't like Justin Theroux. I don't like him. I don't like his acting. I think it was too serious of that, like the metrosexual, which is nothing wrong, but I think it was too strong of a metrosexual. Like it, I wish Ortho was still alive. I wish the guy who played Ortho in the first one was still alive because I liked his character a lot more than I liked Justin Theroux. Winona Ryder is legit. I mean, she's been okay. So I think it's because she's been too busy with Stranger Things. I think that
could be
and
I love Jenna Ortega. So I think
Jenna Ortega grew on me. I didn't think I was gonna like it, but like the whole Casper thing with the guy was cool.
Did you watch Wednesday?
Yeah, I watched Wednesday with my
which
wife.
I loved her in that.
It was good. I'm continuing babbling on because we didn't get her answer yet. I'm sorry. we just talk when we can.
Yeah.
And I don't want to take up your time.
They're all good.
But Brandon says Winona Ryder is legit. Voting sucks. Voting sucks. Politicians suck. There is no God. I guess he's atheist too. Is he an atheist?
He's really the optimist of the band.
Okay.
Brandon,
Well, I'll tell you guys this. If you guys ever come to Vegas, I think we're all going to hang out. And
yeah, definitely.
The boys and I will share a drink, and I'll buy you a Coke or a juice drink or whatever the hell you drink. I don't know what you drink, Shannon. So
mostly kombucha.
Okay, we'll buy you a kombucha
Oddly.
and chill with that. So let's get the answer real quick to the question I gave you. What band would you take and give the song to?
I'm gonna piss Brandon off.
Okay.
I'm gonna say the Violent Femmes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna do Add It Up as a cover.
I don't know that song, and I'm sorry. I apologize.
You have heard Add It Up. You've
Have
heard
I?
it a million times. Yeah.
Have I?
I take one because you left me, two for my family.
All right, hold on. I think I have. Hold on. Let's do it. Let
Yeah.
me get it up here right now.
There's no way you've existed this long on Earth and not heard this song.
I know Blister in the Sun.
Yeah.
Let me see. We're gonna play it.
After day, I will walk and I will play.
Okay. Okay.
You'll know it in a minute when it hits.
This has 38 million plays on freaking Spotify. So
Yeah.
I will stop and I will start.
Okay. All right. I kind of know that song. It's been a while. I haven't heard
Yeah.
it in ages because I don't really listen to Violent Femmes a lot, and it's like I probably never really listened to that album. That album came out. Let's see. When did that album come out? Do you remember? Do you know?
Oh, probably in the 80s.
Yeah.
Late 80s?
So I was born in '85. So that album
Yeah.
came out. What the fuck is it? It was called "Please Don't Go," right? Is that the album?
Well, the song is added up.
Yeah, 1983. It looks like.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that came out in '83. So 2 years before I was born. But yeah, so I think I've heard it added up, but I don't remember it. Okay, so we do have a. Oh, let me bring us back up. We were looking at Spotify. But Brandon said he wants to cover. He wants to cover a Daniel Johnson song, but what song? What song? And he also said, laughing out loud, I like Violent Femmes. I just don't think they're amazing. So that's what.
We got in an argument about it at band practice once. So.
Hey, at least you guys are all still friends, and you guys are all still rocking out, and you guys are gonna have some great shows coming up here. You guys have a show. Any more shows this month, or is it next month?
On the 20th,
On the
at
20th.
Blind Bob's in Dayton. Yeah, it's our official album release show.
Blind
so
Bob's
with-
in Dayton.
Yes.
Go to it.
Official album release. FBS is on it. Sammy K is on it. And oh my god, I'm forgetting the last band on it. Wade or Brandon. I can pull it up.
Who's gonna be the fast typer? Who is gonna be the fast typer?
I know. I'm like, ooh, who else is on it?
I don't have it up here, unfortunately. But no one said it. I think Brandon's typing his answer. I think maybe I don't know. But while we wait, let's get to a quick song.
House Ghost.
House Ghost. Okay.
Incredible band out of Dayton. Yes, I could not remember who else was on the bill. We've had a bunch of shows get booked lately, so yeah.
Well, that's
House Ghost
good.
is a really
That's good.
band.
That's what you need. That's what you guys need.
Yeah.
More shows. And I tell you this: since COVID, prices of shows have gone up. Like,
Oh yeah, ridiculous.
I've seen shows, and I'm like, I want to go. Can I afford it? No. And like,
I remember going to see like the Subhumans for like $12. You know, like
yeah, like
now
years-
it's
when I first,
always over $50.
I mean, yeah, when I first started this podcast, yeah, I did get free tickets for shows, but also there were shows that I definitely would buy to go see tickets, and now it's like I don't know. Yeah, we usually charge like $10. Yeah, $10 for shows are not bad at all for local
Yeah.
bands trying to get the local talent and other local talent, and plus your friends, family, and all the other music people in the music scene that are fans of music, probably in that area or never would go to a show. Be like, oh, okay, cool, let's go to a show, let's see a punk band. And
Yeah.
I mean, if I didn't know who you guys were and I was in Dayton and it was a Friday or Saturday night or whatever night of the week the show is, I'd fucking go. Like what else is there to do in Dayton? I mean, yeah, you have the Flyers of Dayton, the University of Dayton there. You have the Bearcats of Cincinnati. You can go to a basketball game, but do you really want to go to a basketball game every time? I mean, no, yeah, sometimes, but not all the time. You want to go and experience things like a punk rock band, like the Bandages, like not the Bandages, like Bandages, and everybody else out there that are that are playing that show at Blind Bob's.
Blind Bob's,
Yeah,
yep.
Blind Bob's.
One of our favorite venues.
Oh, yes, we already talked about that, Brandon. We don't want to talk about that. The Bandages, yes. I didn't mean to say that, Brandon. And we don't want to talk about the other thing. We already talked about it because we all know it's bad and everyone should kick that juice because, honestly, that juice is bad and it's not good for your health. I had a friend my brother's friend who passed away from doing that as well this year, and like we talked about that briefly. But, darling, take me by the hand. We're gonna see a punk rock band. That's what Brandon said.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's true. Like, go to a punk rock show. Fucking enjoy. I mean, celebrate the holiday season with these guys and gals. Because honestly, that's what we here for right now. It's the holiday season.
Yeah, and if you moved to a cool city, if you moved from the Midwest, out to California or out to New York, and you come home for the holidays, make sure to check out your hometown local bands because,
Yeah.
we're holding it down in the Midwest, keeping
Yeah.
it cool out
Do
here.
that. Do that. Do that. And real quick, shit. Here's a funny question. Since it's a holiday season, I just thought of it because you're in a band full of guys. What if you were a Secret Santa for the boys? What would you get the boys, and what would the boys get you? What do you,
Ooh, I
Brandon
like
or
that.
Wade? I just thought of it. I'm sorry. It's just
I would get
this.
all of us really snuggly matching pajamas, and then we would get mani-pedi kits, and we would all do each other's nails.
I love it.
And they'd love it. This is the thing is they'd love it. And we would watch Drag Race and drink hot chocolate. They can have boozy hot chocolate.
Boozy hot chocolate. Yeah, boozy hot chocolate. Um,
Yeah,
uh, Wade said, "I love that."
I knew they would.
Wade, what about you? What would you get? What would you get, Shannon here? What would you get, Shannon, Wade, and Brandon? What would you get her? I just thought that would be. I'm down. Brandon said he's down for those. So there you go.
See?
That's the Christmas gift that you have to buy after your trip out here next month.
And then we'll go to Sears and we'll get photos,
Wait,
band
is there
photos in our.
is there still Sears in Dayton, Ohio?
I don't think there's a Sears anywhere,
No,
but
there
you know,
isn't. I knew what you meant. I was like
yeah.
boozy.
We'll go to the portrait studio. Am I
Yeah.
aging myself? Is that what's happening?
No, well, we're about to. Yeah, like you said, you're already in level 4, but
Yeah.
I think it's we both experienced Sears during the time of the portrait studios, and
Yes.
just the crazy times when we had to get like school photos, and school photos were like they still do picture
The
days.
laser, the
Yeah.
laser beam backdrop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all that shit. But yeah, so let's do this. Let's do one more song, come back and wrap it up. And I know I gotta get going. My wife was expecting me for dinner at her facility, but she knows I'm live, so I knew this was gonna last a little bit longer than time needed to be. But
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I'm glad that you guys could be here. And we talked about the music. We talked about it a little bit, but it's great stuff. And
Thank you.
And yeah, let's get one more song. up
Okay, I'm
here.
gonna ask Wade and Brandon, what song do you wanna? I was gonna say American Arrogance, but I'll let them chime in.
Brandon said I'd buy Shannon a clone of herself so her clone can work for her, and she can just walk her dog and make more TikToks.
Maybe.
So I wish I could make more TikToks. I wish I had a better computer. I wish I was doing better than I was on this stuff too. I wish I had multiple me or more people to help me. I just wish. I mean, honestly, I appreciate that everybody, when everybody can stop by and everything on the stream. But yeah, again, thank you, Wade, for following, and Brandon for stopping by on his son's account, which is awesome. That's cool that Brandon's son has a Twitch account, but Brandon does not. But yeah. Wade said he's good with American Arrogance, which
Let's close it out with that, then.
Honestly, it's the opening track, and it's the one that
Yeah.
that will hit you in the face because it's the first track. So you gotta kind of show, and this song does showcase your guys' direction of
Yeah.
where the lyrics and the band as a whole and the whole record goes. But I also want to say I love Symbol. I know it's a very introspective song about you and your tattoos. That's fucking. It's so cool that when a lot of people that have tattoos don't really do that as a musician. They don't write songs. I know some people that have, but to see songs like that and Symbol, I'm like, this is a very personal song. I could tell.
It's very personal. Yeah. Me and Brandon actually talked about that, I think a couple practices ago. Just going through things in your life and sometimes, when we do Symbol live, it does feel very emotional, and I hope the crowd can tell that. It is a very emotional song. It's emotionally loaded. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, and that we'll save that for another podcast for somebody to
definitely,
deep dive in
definitely.
it, or even for us to come back maybe down the line. Once I get the record, like you said, you were gonna send me one. That's fucking. I want to say thank you guys. Thank you, Brandon, Wade. I know you guys didn't have anything to do with it. Shannon said, "Send me the address. I'm sending
No,
you a
Wade does.
record."
Wade mails out all of our records,
Oh,
so he'll just get
oh,
on that.
oh. I'm so sorry, Wade. I'm just saying. Shannon was like, "You're getting one." Like, I'm
Yeah.
like, okay. So let's go to American Arrogance, and we'll come back and wrap it up with Shannon after this. So let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get back up here. I have to get over here because we were talking about Violent Femmes, and I was playing their stuff. Bum, 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 bum. And we are back with Bandages right there. American Arrogance right here, right now on New Music Inferno.
This is American arrogance. Here we are pointing to the right and left. American arrogance. Freedom of choice does not exist. Held our hope and fought for too long, but somehow we still got it wrong. No hope, no future, no golden age. No hope, no future, no golden age. This is American arrogance, fully driven by indifference. American arrogance, always looking over your fence. And all your work pays off before long. So eat that pie up before it's gone. No hope, no future, no golden age. No hope, no future, no golden age. This is American arrogance, funding genocide and Syrians. American arrogance, your opinions are irrelevant. No future, no golden age. No hope, no future, no golden age. This is American arrogance. Freedom of choice does not exist. American arrogance, your opinions are irrelevant. American arrogance, American arrogance, American arrogance, American arrogance, American arrogance, American arrogance. I can't take any more of this.
Boom! Right there, American Arrogance, which leads right into Killer Kid off the LP known as Bandages by the band Bandages. So that's why it says self-titled, because it is self-titled. But we are back. So, Shannon, I think real quick, I think you should be opening up for Green Day. I think you should be opening up for like the Interrupters. I think maybe even play a show with War on Women if you haven't. I don't know if that'd be cool.
Yeah,
I think 2025 should be better for you guys.
yeah,
Because now the record's out, and now you just have to get out there to the people. And I think I again want to thank Peter for setting this up.
Yeah, thank you, Peter.
You are an amazing friend, and I know we have a lot of stuff coming out from Peter. We have Nowhere Fast out next week here on the show. Nowhere Fast will be on the show same time next week. Also, we're gonna have the people that did the Tim Landers documentary about Tim Landers from the band Transit on the show in January. Just have to get a time. I still have to watch it, and it's kind of like it's hitting home because he died of drugs and stuff. I don't know if you know that story. Do you know?
I don't know. I'm not familiar with that.
Okay, the band Transit was from Massachusetts, and the one member died from drugs and stuff. And so it's kind of like a documentary about his life, and also just like to stray away from suicide and drugs and stuff like that. Like it's kind of like a introspect of his life. But that's coming up in the future. We have a lot more. We also have the potential. It's in the works. I'm just giving people the rundown before we close out with you. I'm sorry. But the band The Calling will probably be on the show here in the near future as well, for anyone who remembers that song, Wherever Will You Be, back in the late 90s, early 2000s. I don't know if you remember that song, Shannon. Do you?
No, I don't. I don't remember this.
Okay. So just check out the band The Calling.
Okay.
I'm not going to play it here right now. I don't want to waste more time because it is late over there on the East Coast. It's about 7:20. It's 4:20 here now for anyone who's a smoker. I'm not smoking right now, so I'm going to go see my wife. I'm sorry. I'm just running down things. But Shannon, again, thank you for being here. And Brandon and Wade.
Thank you for having me.
Brandon and Wade, thank you for being here in the chat. Wade said Transit is so good, so Wade knows who they are. So Wade, talk to Shannon later on about all the stuff you know about Transit. But before we go ahead and tell everybody where they can pick up the record, where they can see you guys on the 20th again, and if there's any other shows in the next few weeks as well.
If you're on Instagram, go to bandages_music, and I believe we have a link to our merch shop in the profile or whatever on Instagram. And then you can find us on all streaming. But on the shop, you can buy the record. You can buy some really cool T-shirts and stickers. Really, really thoughtfully designed things by friends of ours who we love dearly. So.
I also want to say, guys, go follow them on TikTok. Go get them on TikTok.
We're on TikTok.
Which is
we're on
awesome.
Facebook. I don't know if anybody does Facebook anymore. But yeah, we're on TikTok until it gets taken down in January.
Are you guys on Blue Sky yet? Anyone? You guys?
I don't think so. Like we're the worst at social media. Like all of us.
You guys aren't on Twitter, so that's.
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah, you're
no,
not on Twitter. Because I try to tag you guys, and I'm like, what am I? Oh, okay, now I can't tweet. I can hashtag Bandages, and people are like, why is he talking about a band named Bandages? But hey, that's a topic there. Bandagesmerch.com says Typical Max. Shash, you know what?
Yes.
Typical Max. I'm sorry that that it blocked it out. I apologize. I just don't allow links because I get those spam people that says best viewers here, buy viewers now, like you saw earlier in the chat there. Brandon and Wade. Wade says, no, not Wade. Brandon says, I smoke with my wife, laughing out loud. That's awesome. If my wife did smoke, I would smoke with her, but she doesn't. Just because of the stroke shit and all that. We are not, yes, you are not on Twitter, which is cool. Hey, not a lot of bands use Twitter anymore. Oh, we are not on Blue Sky. They are not on Blue Sky. That is what Wade's,
I guess that'll have to be our next thing. I guess they'll put me in charge of managing that because I've dodged the bullet on managing any other social medias.
I'm sorry I brought that up. I'm sorry I brought Blue Sky up. Now you're gonna hate me, like, oh God, John.
You're like, get ready to see pictures of what I'm eating for lunch. And my dogs.
Yeah, your dog was so adorable. He woke up just a little bit ago. You couldn't see him.
He's amazing.
He's like,
yeah, he's passed out over there.
He's like, huh? What's going on?
It's my best friend right there.
What's his name?
Io?
Io. Aw.
Yeah, he'll probably wake up if I say it, but
well, you said it. You already said it.
He's being a very good boy right now. Normally he
What's
is
your other
all
dog's
over the
name?
place.
What is your other dog?
Zoe.
Zoe. Oh,
She's my other dog. Yeah,
are
she's a big
they
sweet.
are they the best of friends?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
I love it. Uh, okay, so is Wade is the IG guy, and Brandon is the TikTok guy. Well, Brandon, thank you for following my account today, on your band account. That's awesome. I appreciate
And I
it.
guess I'll have to be Blue Sky then.
I'm sorry. There you go, Blue Sky. There you go. But we're gonna wrap it up here. Let me see who's on so I can rate out here in a second, guys. But Brandon and Wade, thank you for being here as well. I think I know who I want to go to if they're still on, but I don't want to say they're on and I don't have. Let me just look at my phone real quick. And yeah, that's right. Brandon, you did follow me as well. Thank you for that. And I'm gonna see. You know what? Let's see. Who is on that I can raid? God, are they all? Well, okay. You know what? We're gonna go raid him. We're gonna go raid my boy VW Productions. He's playing a little bit of college football. Um, that's my thing here. I don't know. I don't follow a lot of the podcasters on here because I don't know. I don't know people here that well with the podcast scene. But my boy VW is playing some college football. But once again, Shannon, Brandon, Wade, happy holidays. I know Brandon and Wade are in the chat room. Shannon, have a great one. Thank you. I will send over my information, and
Absolutely.
we'll have you
We'll
guys
get you
back
around.
on. We'll definitely have to stay in touch, and definitely if you guys come out to the West Coast in the summer, we'll definitely hook up and hang out at a show. I know there's some venues that would probably have you guys like show wise. I know one
Mhm.
venue is like kind of like going through some shit right now. I don't know, like with the ownership, like the owner's like kind of like I don't want to work a lot anymore, but I want to have this venue kind of thing. I don't know. You can,
It's kind of where I am too.
yeah. I mean, it's like okay. So I don't want to continue talking. We'll talk off air. We'll
Okay.
DM shit or something. We'll talk something somewhere.
Perfect.
But
Perfect.
Shannon, Brandon, and Wade from Bandages, thank you all for hanging out here today. Let me get the rate up here on the other side. Punk Rock Bowling, yes, you should be playing Punk Rock Bowling. That would be amazing because I think you guys should be playing that as well in May. Hopefully that can happen. But I know the lineup has been already announced. But yeah, so Shannon and the boys, thank you so much. We'll talk soon.
Thank you.
Go snuggle with the puppies because I know they need some love. I know Io is like, mommy, come here. But love you guys. Thank you guys so much for the support and being here. And you guys are welcome anytime to come back here on the show. Maybe just to talk politics or whatever. I don't give a fuck. Let's just
Perfect.
let's just do shit. Let's make shit happen in 2025. Make things great, but don't use that fucking saying because honestly, we should be able to say it without connotations to the guy who's in charge. But we can't because he took a saying and made it his own because we can say make America emo again because the Maine is a great band, but we can't say make America great again. Oh wait, I did. But fuck Trump. I'm sorry. I said it. Good day guys. Love y'all. We're gonna go to V-Dubs right now. Peace out. Much love. Bye-bye.
Bye.
What was I even? Oh yeah, I was okay. All right, I'm gonna stop it.